Thank you so much for joining me in devotions here today. All this week, it's the beginning of the year. Listen, we're making big plans. And so, I mean this. I want you to do what it is God's calling you to do. I want you to straighten up maybe your finances. I want you to start straightening up your family relationships. I want you to get your bodies in shape. Now, listen, I'm telling you, do you know you could be 40 years old and not feel like you're 40 years old? Did you know you could be 70 years old and not feel like you're 70 years old? Now, sometimes illness comes along that we can't stop. But just so you know, most illness, we kind of bring it on because we don't take care of ourselves. We got to straighten this up. Okay, so pay the price with sacrifice. Okay, too many people want to have a mountaintop experience at rock bottom prices. We think that we could do really well without ever hardly paying the big price we have to pay. Matthew chapter 13, verse 45. It says, again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant in search of fine pearls, who on finding one pearl of great value, went and sold all that he had and he bought it. Okay, let me just explain this. There's so many different directions you can go with this verse. Okay, so first of all, okay, now I'm into the kingdom, and I really am. Those of you who know me well, I got 2 kids waiting for me in heaven. So I'm not talking about that in a sad way. So heaven and the kingdom and being with Jesus means the world to me. And right now, that's the most important thing to me. So, of course, I would want to relate that to that. But also, if there's something that's really important for you to do, would you sell out on everything in your life, in a good way, not bad, in order to get that done? Well, that's what you should do. That's what it's saying. Look here. The secrets of the successful do not exist because the principles are not a secret. So when you say, well, I don't know a lot of people that get what they want out of life, and I'm going to be upfront here. The majority of people they just don't want to do what they have to do. They're not going to sell everything out to buy the pearl of great price or to get to the goal where God wants them to be. Look at Mark 10:29. I'm going to read part of this. Jesus said, I say unto you, there is no one who's left their house or brothers or sisters or mother or father or children or lands for my sake and the gospel, who will not receive 100-fold now in this time. Now, I'm going to come back to this verse later in the week, so I'm going to stop there. Notice there, if you're living for Jesus, and you think, wow, I got to give everything up to follow Jesus. Listen, if you want to do well, I want to let you know, you got to put God number one in your life. Okay, you got to stand for the right thing. And I'm not even going there. What I'm telling you is the ABCs, okay? So, but on top of that, you've got to put God number one in your giving, financial giving. Put him number one. Now, he said, if God's number one, and you give up things because you want to follow him. Notice here, in this life, we think it's just the next life. I'll talk about that later in the week, the next life. But in this life, he says he will bless you 100-fold. That's true. He will bless you 100-fold. And so that's why you want to do this all by faith and put him number one. Look, never wait till you feel good to pay the price. But pay the price and you'll feel good. I said the other day, everybody pays a price. If you don't do the right thing and you struggle, if you're living on the struggle bus, you say, I'm there now. Okay, well, you're paying a price, right? If you want to get to where God wants you to be, where you're doing really, really well, you're going to pay a price. I'd rather pay a price and do well and feel good. God's champions do not take shortcuts. Listen, stop buying those stupid lottery tickets. I mean it. It's gambling. It's wrong. It's dumb. It's faithless. And it makes you lazy. You just think that's how you get there. Listen, you pay the price with sacrifice. And I hope you start today.